Hello, this is my British short-hair cat Poppet and her little brother Loki, although she's not too sure about him. Since my cats are indoor cats, I wanted to provide them with a safe outside environment. So I looked around online and I found the Omlet people. Their enclosures are modular. The one I chose for Loki and Poppet was 3 meters by 2 meters and fit my available space perfectly. It would take some time for the enclosure to come, but there were plenty of preparations to be done. Big roots from our cherry tree had lifted all the paving. We needed a new piece of glass with a hole for the cat flap. Because of the virus, we had to order our IKEA units online. This took 4 weeks because there was a massive backlog. When they came, they were in blue plastic bags and all sorts of bundles. Loki made sure that all the bits and pieces were there. And Poppet double-checked just to be sure. And what exactly is this supposed to be? Yes, you seem to be doing a good job. It was all put together and ready for testing in no time at all. With the testing done, it was time to varnish. Cat-friendly varnish, of course. So, with all the preparations out of the way, we still had time on our hands. Loki helped me install my new speakers and could not get over how much the grass had grown. "Excuse me, but are you sure you ordered this thing?" Well, as it happened, we didn't need to wait much longer because the day was here. We took delivery on the cat run. We call it the Catio. There were a lot of boxes, but they were all clearly marked. They were quite heavy, so I separated the boxes and took them out into the garden individually. I checked to make sure all the pieces were there. I followed the instructions and the first layer of the enclosure came together quite quickly. If, like me, you're more of a visual person, then go to the Omlet website or YouTube where you can find videos on how to put these enclosures together. On to the second tier. I put in the second set of rods and the cross pieces for the roof. There were more than enough clips, and I also used zip ties for extra security. The roof also came together quite quickly, and now all there was left to do was to put on the door locks. With the door locks now safely in place, there was only one thing left to do. As you can see here, I indented the floor pieces so they would fit my space. So that the enclosure would fit snugly up to my window, I dropped down the 2 top tier panels and secured them snugly underneath the window ledge. With the build now finished, it was time to do all the fun stuff. I put down some weed control fabric and the leftover artificial grass from another project. I wanted the Catio to have a windbreak and also somewhere where Loki and Poppet could get out of the rain. I don't recommend doing this part by yourself. Great, I got it done, and yes, the door was covered up. In hindsight, I should have got the 6 by 20 foot tarp. Moving the door was no problem. I had it moved in about 20 minutes. Okay, time for the first IKEA units to go in. The only downside to these units was the fact that we had to put a lot of mats down to keep the cat's feet going through the slats. I connected the 2 units together in the middle, which gave me 2 spare planks. We brought the other units in and arranged the shelving so that they would be staggered. I now had 2 spare shelves. I zip-tied these to the 2 facing units. This meant I could remove them and move them about at any point. and also added a nice feature, I think. All the plants in the enclosure are artificial. Amazon had a really wide variety of plants to choose from, so I ordered a bunch from there. From a cardboard tube I had left over from my carpet and some jute twine, I made this 5-foot scratching post. And to top it off, I used some carpet and some more twine. For some extra cool decor, I used the branches I cut off my tree. To give us some shade, I bought this camping tarp. Last but not least, I installed these fairy lights to make our evenings extra magical. With the planks I had left over, I made a gangway by zip tying the 2 pieces together. Poppet and Loki love this. Now they can get from one side of the enclosure to the other. Poppet, Loki and I would like to thank you for taking time out of your day to join us. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing. Until next time, bye-bye.